Give the poor vouchers and not cash. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee and let's have a look at this news.com.au article, which is discussing suggestions, well, to give the poor shopping vouchers and not cash, or welfare recipients. Now, I know there are going to be people talking about food vouchers in the US, but you've got to realize, they are tied towards the number of children. It's no different to our family tax benefits. So you can have people there when they constantly say, so many workers at Walmart are on food vouchers. It's terrible. They get paid a lot. You can get food vouchers when you're earning $40,000 a year US, guys, which isn't, well, it's not significant money, but it's decent money. You got to remember, you can get a house over there for 150 grand. So there you go. Different to this, but people always bring it up. They always do. So, shopping vouchers and not cash. Now, I know this has been done in some remote indigenous communities to stop them from spending the money on the pokies or on alcohol, or at least a portion of the welfare is given to the mother. And they've got systems of using cards and things like that now to kind of restrict how people can spend that money, the welfare money. And I can appreciate why they do that. I can understand. You know, people are worried that the last thing they want to see is someone who's getting all this free money and, you know, living the easy life, just smoking it away, putting on tattoos, drinking it away, or wasting at the pokies. Now, sure, there are going to be some people that do that, and that's, sadly, that's the consequence of having a welfare system to protect people. Some will just abuse it. I can't imagine it would be a very fulfilling life, to be brutally honest. But, you know, you've got to understand, is that something you're willing to cop to ensure people aren't destitute in our civilization or our nation, while it's still a nation? Now, the other issue is, and what I think is much more concerning whenever you get to any of these type of suggestions, is that you're going to trap people in poverty. People will be trapped in poverty. The problem is, we have right now, a welfare system at the moment is reasonably generous, so it disincentivizes people from working. I mean, why would any sane person work 40 hours a week for only $200? Let me know in the comments while I have a shot of coffee. It's just not worth it. So this suggestion of giving them shopping vouchers to help stimulate the economy, well, it means they won't be able to pay down debt. They won't be able to buy real assets. They won't be able to build a base to save for retirement or anything to get out of the situation that they're in. But maybe that's not what people want. You know, they just want us to consume. They just want us to spend. And that, well, now for all the things we're learning about central bank issued digital currencies and just the prospect of control that can have and give to economists at a micro level, an individual monetary unit level, is terrifying. It really is. So, the budget splashed around billions in the hope of saving the Australian economy, but one expert says a more effective stimulus method was overlooked. Griffith University professor Fabrizio Camignani said shopping vouchers would be more beneficial to the economy than just handing out cash, which can be squirreled away to be spent at a later date. See, there you go. That, I mean, these economists, they really, well, I didn't realize just how the potential for controlling people and influencing people, how great it was in their profession. And I'm learning that now more and more. The Morrison government should hand out shopping vouchers, not cash, if it wants consumers to immediately stimulate the economy during the pandemic, says a leading academic. Under the budget handed down on Tuesday, pensioners, veterans, and other eligible welfare recipients will receive $250 cash in December and another $250 in March. Well, say my mother will get that money. If she got a shopping voucher, then which company does it go to? The government's picking winners. Where then can she spend it on her, what do you call it? On her rates, on her body corporate. Will there be a black market in these vouchers so people will just start selling it to each other for, you know, smokes or for something cheap? Or can we not allow them to buy alcohol? Not allow them to buy cigarettes? Not allow them to enjoy themselves? There's the thing. Do you want the state being that paternalistic? How paternalistic do you want the state, everyone? There are also income tax cuts across the board to help boost the economy, and it comes after $750 cash was gifted to pensioners earlier this year. However, Prime Minister Scott Morrison's best intentions may not be the most effective method to get consumers to freely spend, according to Griffith University professor Fabrizio Camignani. The Dean of Economics says there is a high likelihood that cash handouts will be squirreled away rather than spent immediately. Well, that's fine. You need to lift the overall confidence of the consumers, which is right now in the toilet. Okay, it's not as bad as it has been, but still it's pretty low. Look at the GFC. Look how long the consumer confidence was down then. And it's just been trending down for some time now, really, if you look at it. Instead of cash bonuses, he said shopping vouchers with a very short lifespan would force people to spend, and funds would instantly start flowing through the economy. There you go. That's the thing. The biggest thing is they're worried about the velocity of money. They're worried about money not moving around anymore because people aren't confident. People don't want to spend, or people are worried and scared, so they stash money away. They want to try and force you to do it. I mean, you will start having money that is not even a store of wealth anymore. People say money can be a store of wealth, not well, and it gets inflated away, and you'll have time limits on how fast you can spend it. People in a period of uncertainty tend to save more because most people want to spread the money out over a longer period of time, he told NCA Newswire. If you give them a voucher for compensation within a specific time, then they will use it. It's something I would like to see them try, as it's a bit more of an aggressive way when you have to use vouchers, and it's something we need to keep in mind. I don't like the precedent. Vouchers are used in other parts of the world, including in the US, for education, said ComSec Chief Economist Craig James, who agreed distributing vouchers had merit. Mr. James said cash deposits were simple for the government to administer because the mechanism to distribute the funds was already in place. So can you see how this all ties to this global, centrally bank-controlled digital currencies? See how the power that would give them, the control that would give them. However, if the latest efforts to stimulate the consumer economy fall short of the mark, then the government may need to devise a plan B, which could be a voucher system. To come up with something new, they will have to devise new procedures, Mr. James told NCA Newswire. Vouchers is not something that has been actively tried in Australia, but they do use the schemes in other parts of the world. If tax cuts don't work the magic and force people to go out and spend, there may need to be a plan B and a new strategy. We could entertain a voucher system, although I'm not sure about debit cards, but they have to have an expiry date and not be able to spend on alcohol, gambling, or tobacco. Why? Why not? If you want to stimulate the economy, let them drink it away, let them gamble it away, let them smoke it away. It's their choice. But it's this paternalistic aspect. Because what will happen is, if people get a voucher and they want to get drunk, they'll just sell it to someone for less of the money so they could get the booze. That's what will happen. There'll be a black market in it. Mr. James said shopping vouchers alone were not a magic bullet to kickstart the economy, as it required employers to start hiring and people physically returning to their places of work. Yeah, no, they're not. It's a complete joke. It's not going to kickstart the economy. It's going to give it I don't know what it's going to do. Ideologically, I'm opposed to it. The National Retail Association, CEO Dominique Lamb, backed the plan, saying distributing debit cards may be just as effective and benefit all retailers and not just major outlets. This theory could work if the government was to purchase gift cards all from one provider. Then they would likely disadvantage small businesses, she said. Using EFTPOS, MasterCard, or Visa debit cards could work well. So, I mean, there you go. Calls to have.
Just a tick.
Why is my phone talking to me? Calls to have these vouchers. The potential could be because, you silly plebs, you're not spending. Sure, the economy is in recession. Sure, first recession in 30 years. Sure, we've got to have people having extended mortgages. Sure, we've got businesses trading while insolvent. You know, sure, half the country is now on JobKeeper. Sure, we've shut down businesses. Victoria's extended all their restrictions. Why aren't you spending? Why aren't you going out and shopping? Come on, guys. What do you think? What do you think? Something really sits with me. It doesn't agree with me about this whole idea. I think the prospect of people potentially being stuck in a poverty trap is even more concerning. And it really just ties into this whole way as as economists, just see us as, consumers. What do you think, everyone? Let me know your thoughts and opinions. Do you think this is a good idea? Should all welfare be this restricted? Should you not be allowed to, spend your welfare on anything other than food and necessities? How much power do you want to give the state? As always, thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this one in the comments below. I think it'll divide people. I think some people are frustrated seeing the lifestyle of some of these people who are just wasting away on welfare. But this will limit your opportunities. It'll limit the chance of people to dig their way out. And I know it's just for the first $250 and the other $250 here for the pensioner. But what if it starts becoming a portion of everyone's welfare? As always, let me know your thoughts and opinions. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you're a fan and want to support the content I create, there are a few ways you can. You can join us on YouTube or Patreon. You can support us using our affiliate links at Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or Kucoin. You can buy merch from HeiseSays, use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint, or support us via PayPal. Take care, guys. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.